In the past 2 decades, Britain has been rocked by the reports of child abuse rings, which came to be known as the Grooming Gangs. Girls as young as 11 were plied with alcohol and drugs and sexually abused. They were trafficked, forced into prostitution, raped by several men on more than one occasion. The magnitude of child sex abuse was hair-raising. Worse still, some of the perpetrators have been tried and convicted, but not all. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has vowed to take whatever it takes to root out grooming gangs and put more perpetrators behind the bar. The UK PM announced a new Grooming Gangs task force to tackle the menace.
What happened to vulnerable children in Rochdale, Telford, Rotherham and other places is simply appalling. Last year I said that if I became Prime Minister I wanted to take decisive action to help stamp out this evil. Today we're announcing a set of new measures to achieve that. A specialist task force has been set up by the police, tougher sentencing, a new national hotline, and data analytics to make sure that we can identify and catch perpetrators. All these measures will make sure that we can clamp down on the horrific abuse of children that we've seen. We must ensure that we have a country and a society where children can grow up safe, and we won't rest until we achieve that.
But the day before the UK government officially announced the task force, Home Minister Suella Braverman ignited a debate after she said that the perpetrators of such crimes are a group of men, almost all British Pakistani.
The Grooming Gangs scandal is a stain on our country. Local reviews in Rochdale, Rotherham and Telford expose the systematic rape, abuse and exploitation of vulnerable young women and girls by organised gangs, almost all of them British Pakistani men.
But what are the grooming gangs? Grooming refers to a gradual process involving days or weeks or months by which an abuser wins a potential victim's trust. The interaction may start normally by a stranger or someone the victim is familiar with, who then goes on to build a connection with them. The abuser pays special attention to the potential victim and offers compliments and gifts to lure them. In every instance, the abusers prey on their vulnerabilities. Next, the abuser desensitizes the victim to sexual behavior and aims to break down their resistance. This in turn makes the victim less likely to recognize the sexual abuse and even less likely to report it. What are the convictions in these cases? In 2018, a gang of 20 men in Huddersfield were convicted of trafficking and sexually abusing young girls, in what was believed to be Britain's single biggest grooming prosecution. The convicts were found guilty of more than 126 crimes against 15 girls in Huddersfield between 2004 and 2011. The convicts were all British Asians, mainly of Pakistani heritage. What is a Grooming Gangs task force? The UK government has announced a new Grooming Gangs task force which will see specialist police officers parachuted in to assist police forces with live child sexual exploitation and grooming investigations to bring more of these despicable criminals to justice.